Nobody to leave until the search has been completed. Anyone attempting to enter will be detained until his identity has been confirmed.
Those are the orders my men have.
Another tear.
On time?
Are the trains still running?
Well, they seem to be without too much delay. The 1100 hours gets in at 15:46. Yes. Well, what time is the connection for that train?
Albert, phone!
Restaurant Candide? Oh, good morning, Havan. Yes, just one moment, please. The table for two for tonight? Yes, certainly. At what time? 9 o'clock. Yes, I look forward to seeing you then.
Come here, Pascal.
Yes, thank you.
Go straight through. Albert, Dr. Kelderman's is here.
Right.
Pascal, oh there.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Sergeant Sharp is in trouble. I've just seen him. It was quite a minor wound and it's healed up nicely.
Good.
Help yourself to coffee, Pascal.
Oh, thank you.
So, this next trip will consist of Flight Sergeant Tucker, Flight Sergeant Bond, and Flight Sergeant Sharp. The trains are still running as far as we know.
Well, that's not altogether a good sign, is it? It could mean the Allies are bogged down in Normandy, just a few miles inland.
Well, they'll break out eventually.
Let's hope so. Are you expecting anyone else?
Hello.
Sorry, Albert. There's trouble.
What's the matter?
Germans have started a house-to-house search in the Brugerstraat.
Not again.
I knew it was too good to last.
I didn't think they had the manpower.
They follow their usual pattern. They'll leapfrog. And after the Brugerstraat...
There's Rue Malibran.
No, after Brugerstraat, it's the Avenue Verheeren.
5 men have just arrived there.
What's the one before the...
Avenue de la Couronne. My God, if they do that.
Right. You will have to clear Verheeren. There's no one else. You need 5 papers.
Right.
I'll take La Couronne.
The job getting through, Albert. It'll be blocked in 5 minutes.
It's just got to be done. Right, that's Flight Sergeant Tucker. What's his name?
Bond.
Bond. And Flight Sergeant Sharp. Right.
You have no suspects yet?
We've only just started. Reposition your men for the second search area. The second area!
Searching every flaming house. But we can't stay here. Well, we can't through out the front door. What? Come on, out, quickly. The Germans are searching. Use that ladder over there. Come on, hurry up. Come on, up we go.
Pick him up. Are there no others?
I think a couple may have got out over the roof, sir.
Then get after them, quickly! Untersturmführer, widen the cordon to embrace the entire block. At once! Take him to Gestapo headquarters.
Are you all right?
Yes.
What happened?
We had to go across the roofs. But we made it. All except one. Flight Sergeant Tucker. To leave him behind.
Was Tucker captured?
I don't see how he could have got away. Your party will be only two, after all, I'm afraid.
Well, that's better for me.
They're waiting for you at the station.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck, Nancy. Don't make him talk.
Well, we must just hope our security is as good as we think it is.
Did he see you?
For a second, yes. I think so.
Wish this damn thing would get a move on.
Too right, mate.
Excuse me, monsieur. What's causing the delay now?
Now what?
Well, don't ask me. You're supposed to be the navigator.
This is stupid. We'll be on this train forever.
Yeah. No, that's shift over a sec. What's on us up now?
We've been diverted onto a loop line to let another train pass. Now, you shouldn't be talking to me. Go away.
Well, a trip train.
Don't talk to me.
We're late now, aren't we?
Go away.
What'd you say?
You were in the care of someone. I shall want to know who.
Miss Tucker, Flight Sergeant.
I have another appointment. Interest the flight sergeant in talking. I'll be back in half an hour. Ah, there you are. Thank you, Bulner.
Sir?
I had intended to meet you in the foyer, but I was delayed.
Bulner was most attentive. We were listening to the radio. It sounds as if the invasion has failed.
Possibly. We shall know in due course.
You mean the news we hear isn't correct?
Well, it's true enough as far as it goes. The significance lies in what's missed out.
What do they miss out?
Our forces were in the wrong place. We expected the invasion in the Pas-de-Calais. It took us by surprise. They managed to land a remarkable number of men. We're outnumbered. Our lines of communication stretch right across France. You look nice. Shall we go? And of course, the RAF is now bombing in daylight, which is worrying.
Ludwig, what would you do if Germany lost the war? I mean you personally.
Whatever makes you think of such a thing?
Since the news of the invasion, I started to think that everything might change, and I wondered what would happen to you.
There's no risk of Germany being defeated. The worst I can imagine would be a kind of stalemate. And if that happened, the Allies would come to terms. Ready?
Yes.
Who's the lady discussing?
Remember the Soviet Union, the so-called ally of Britain and America? It's in the interests of Britain and America that we go on fighting the Russian barbarians. They might even join us one day to prevent a communist invasion of Europe. Who knows?
Welcome to the mess. And I congratulate you, sir, on your lovely companion. It is a delight to see you in our bleak surroundings, mademoiselle.
Thank you. Mademoiselle Duclos, may I present Hauptsturmführer Popper of the Waffen-SS, recently returned to us from the Eastern Front. You must tell Mademoiselle Duclos about your experiences. I'm sure she'll be most interested. And now, if you'll both excuse me for a few minutes, there is something rather urgent that I have to attend to.
Mademoiselle Duclos, you are from Brussels?
Yes, I was born here.
You receive medical attention after we've talked, and not before.
Under the Geneva Convention, I'm entitled...
You're entitled to nothing! Bestow the protection of any convention. You are a terrorflieger and you are wearing civilian clothes. Now, you were on a mattress in that apartment. You were in the care of someone. Who? His name and where he lives?
I don't know. Someone just came and went.
How long had you been there?
Not long. 3 nights, I don't know.
Before that?
I don't know. They moved us after dark.
Who were they?
I didn't see any of them more than once. They didn't tell me their names.
Right, pick him up. You seem to know surprisingly little for someone who's hidden for... how long? Weeks?
That's what they said. The less I knew, the better for everyone.
But not better for you, Flight Sergeant. Not better for you at all. Now, when were you due to be sent down the line?
I wasn't told.
No, but you were briefed, told what to do. Now, where? Where was that?
I don't know. It was always somewhere different. I don't know.
Who briefed you?
Different ones each time. Talked to us.
Us? Our air crew? Now, where were they hidden?
I didn't ask, and no one told me.
You're not being very helpful, Flight Sergeant. How would you like to spend a night with my men?
I can't tell you things I don't know.
Think it over, Flight Sergeant. I shall come back later on and see if you've remembered anything of interest. I'm sure you won't make things difficult for yourself. The Geneva Convention is quite explicit. Unless you prove conclusively you're an airman trying to evade capture, I shall have you shot as a spy.
Did you stay at Jugendherberg?
Oh, only once, when the weather was bad. The rest of the time we were at camping, had the equipment on the bicycle.
So, I leave you 5 minutes and find you surrounded by the entire complement of eligible young officers. I am delighted that you've been so entertained.
It is Mademoiselle Duclos who's been entertaining us. Did you know that she bicycled across Germany from Schlesien to Luxembourg? I think it is tremendous.
Indeed. And now, if you will excuse us.
Thank you, gentlemen. I enjoyed meeting you all.
I haven't spoken more than 20 words with Mademoiselle Duclos on one. Thank you. I can see that it's not safe to leave you in the lion's den. I'm glad you enjoyed that company.
They're charming. They all seem to admire you very much. They were telling me about the time.
Sir. It's very gratifying to see you mixing with my colleagues. Thank you.
They're most amusing.
I knew nothing about a cycling holiday across Germany.
If I tell you everything now, there'll be no surprises.
Mr. Mudger, you're wanted in your office, sir.
Excuse me.
Mademoiselle Duclos, I see you have been deserted again.
I gave orders I was not to be interrupted any further.
He insisted, sir.
Yes?
Hans-Dietrich Reinhardt. Major Brandt's replacement.
Oh, yes, of course. Sturm of the orchestra.
Yes, I know who you are.
I trust we shall work together cordially, as I did with Major Brandt.
Before he shot himself?
Before he had reason to shoot himself.
Oh, what does that mean?
It's not important. Have you just arrived?
Last night.
Oh, really? You've not had time to unpack it?
Yes, ample time, thank you.
But you've not yet had the opportunity to change into the correct uniform.
This is the uniform I've worn for the past 5 years. It's what I'm accustomed to wear, except on formal occasions. No intention of changing.
You are not on operations now, Major Reinhardt. In my opinion, flying dress is out of place in your new appointment.
Oh, we'll have to disagree about that.
I noticed that you've been decorated with a Knight's Cross.
Yes.
A high honor. May I ask for what particular feat?
Oh, surviving on the Russian front for what seemed like 50 years, I should imagine.
What were you flying?
Heinkel 111s and then Junkers 88s.
Fine aircraft.
They're out of date.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I have a guest waiting.
Yes, certainly.
Have you managed to find reasonable accommodation?
Yes, thank you. I have a room in the Hotel Arendelle.
Well,
Oh, yes, there's one small thing before I go. I gather you have a Flight Sergeant Tucker in your custody.
Yes.
I expect you'd like to give him to me.
his interrogation is not yet over.
Fine. Up to me to finish it then.
The man was arrested in my presence. I should prefer to complete his interrogation myself.
But as I understand it, all captured enemy aircrew are to be handed over to the Luftwaffe Special Police. You can have members of resistance and escape groups, a division of labor. I expect that's why it's clearly laid down. I'll have some of my people transfer him. See you later in the mess, perhaps? Unless the party's over.
descend à la prochaine, le train ne va pas plus loin. Tout le monde descend à la prochaine, le train ne va pas plus loin. Tout le monde descend à la prochaine, le train ne va pas plus loin.
Aïe.
Tout le monde descend à la prochaine, le train ne va pas plus loin.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Pourquoi il faut qu'on descende?
Ah, aucune idée, tout ce que je sais, c'est que le train ne va pas plus loin, c'est tout. Tout le monde descend à la prochaine, le train ne va pas plus loin. Tout le monde descend à la prochaine, le train ne va pas plus loin.
We have to get out.
Why?
Because this train isn't going any further.
Well, what are we doing now?
We'll have to get some sleep at the station and hope that there's a train running in the morning.
Sit down, Flight Sergeant. My name is Reinhardt. Major Reinhardt, Luftwaffe. I'm told your shoulder is dislocated. Is it painful?
Not too bad.
I've been shot down myself, so I know what it's like.
Do you, sir? Who tortured you?
The experience of pain is much the same, whether deliberately inflicted or not. It was 36 hours before I was found, and a medical orderly gave me morphine, so I'm not much impressed by your minor injuries. It seems that during the first part of your interrogation, you claimed to know very little.
The first part?
Your interrogation will continue, perhaps for several days.
I see. Gestapo, Luftwaffe, same difference, is that?
You'll be treated as a prisoner of war.
Then send me to a prisoner of war camp.
Not yet. I shall be interested to discover if you know as little as you claim.
Look, sir, after that night with the Gestapo, if I'd have known anything, I'd have told them. But I didn't.
Because they made sure that you couldn't, the people who helped you.
Yes, that's right.
I believe you. I shan't expect you to identify anyone. Let's just try and build up a picture of how it all happened. For example, I doubt if you were shot down over Brussels. Somewhere in the countryside, then, where someone, doesn't matter who,
So
took you in.
You know my name, rank, and number.
If you really don't know anything, Flight Sergeant, there can be no harm in talking to me. No names, no places. You don't know those. Agreed. Just what happened to you. That's all.
taking the day off. There's nothing here. I think my wood-sized tent might nothing as it could be.
Time will come for all, call time for us to part. Darling, I caress you and press you to my heart. And then in the far off lantern light, I hold you tight. We kiss goodnight, my lily of the lamplight, my own Lily Marlene.
Well, you enjoying yourself?
At least it's food. It makes a difference.
Yes, I expect it does.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Albert, would you mind giving me a hand? You know we're packed.
Who's that kerfuffle, Mayo?
I don't know. He just walked in and ordered a table for two. Why?
So try and find out, will you? The young man with him is Flight Sergeant Tucker.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Did he see you just now?
I don't think so. Does he know you?
No. I had no personal contact with him. Why have they brought him here?
I wish I knew.
And you have a girl in England?
Yes.
I'm divorced myself. She preferred the Navy.
I suppose you're a regular.
No. I was called up on the outbreak of war. In civilian life, I was a master printer.
I thought your people burned books, not printed them.
Oh, come now. Your country has censorship, too. Films and plays. Yes, and forbidden books, too. James Joyce, D.H. Lawrence, Frank Harris.
Red Lady Chatterley's lover.
But printed in Paris and smuggled in, I'm sure.
Yes, that's right.
Did you like it? I found it rather tedious myself.
You've read it?
Like you, by courtesy of the French.
That's the meal not to your satisfaction, Henry.
Yes, excellent. Most enjoyable. Forgive my not eating very much. I have a stomach complaint.
Oh, very sorry. Can I get you anything else?
Yes, we will have coffee now, if you please. And one moment, mademoiselle. I think we could manage another bottle of wine as well.
Certainly.
Not for me, thank you. I've had it.
Nonsense. You can sleep it off later. You've got nothing else to do, have you? Well, it hasn't been too bad after all, has it?
I'm sorry, what?
Your interrogation.
This is it.
Call it a preliminary session.
Well, it's better than the first one, anyway. I'll say that much.
I'm told that some of our shot-down aircrew were beaten up during the Battle of Britain.
Perhaps a few in heavily bombed areas.
Weren't you bombing us? Face the fact, it's all the same. We follow the same trade in different uniforms.
I'm sorry, I think the uniform makes quite a difference.
Well, since neither of us are plying our trade anymore, we can at least talk together as fellow human beings. Thank you. Fill it up. Well, down the hatch. Is that what you say?
Bottoms up.
Bottoms up. That's even better. Bottoms up. How do you like this place?
Not too bad.
Yeah. My predecessor used to come here quite often, I believe.
What happened to him? Posted to the Russian front?
No, he was involved in an accident.
I'm not sure, but I think that Mayor is Brandt's successor.
What the hell's Tucker doing with him?
How much does Tucker know?
Well, there's a lot he does know, whether he realizes it or not.
But not about us, the Condé.
No, but...
But what? Oh, this is just pure coincidence. Chance, isn't it?
Perhaps. Brandt used to come here quite a lot. Do you think he was suspicious?
No. I don't think so.
But suppose he was. Now, just suppose. If he is Brandt's successor, the first thing he'd do is to look through Brandt's files, read all his reports. This visit could be pure chance. It could be something else.
Wake up, we have to get out.
This is impossible. I'll never get you to spray like this. I'm going to put you in dressing class.
Whatever you say, lady. Get in the shadow?
No, I'll sleep on the way back.
Make a phone call from the village. We have a farmer in that area. He'll be able to help you.
How many times have you done this run?
Oh, I can't remember.
Time had come for roll call. Time for us to part. Darling, I'd caress you and press you. We will have a cognac. Come on. I don't suppose you can get cognac in England anymore, eh?
There's whiskey, though, not often in the pubs these days. The Yanks grab it all. Pay over the odds.
The almighty dollar!
Yeah, oversexed, overpaid, and over here.
What?
The Yanks, what people say.
Yes, I suppose it must be like being occupied.
Full of balls. What they weren't going to do with their flying fortresses. Still they learn, poor devil.
Oh, yes, I suppose we are shooting down as many Americans as British these
But
days.
some of them come back, you know.
Yes, I know.
I've met some of those boys. Been got back.
It's incredible how you've managed it, so many. It really is. I don't think that any of ours who were shot down over England have ever escaped. Well, yes, there was one. But that was from Canada.
Well, who's going to help your lot? Whereas here...
there's the resistance.
No, people. Ordinary people. Butcher, baker, candlestick maker, women, old ladies.
Old ladies?
Yes.
Old ladies? Oh, come on now. Whoever told you that was shooting a line?
No, it's a fact. The chap who told me wasn't a line shooter. He said they were marvellous old girls, both of them. Brave.
Yeah.
Might got more guts than it takes to fly a plane, stuck out there on their own. Every morning, eggs and bacon. Because that's what they think the English always have for breakfast.
Eggs and bacon? You don't expect me to believe that, do you? No one can get eggs and bacon in Brussels anymore.
Brussels? Who said anything about Brussels?
You did. You said these old ladies live in Brussels.
No, send...
What?
Somewhere else. I don't know where.
No, because you made it up, didn't you?
Excuse me.
All right, come on. Come on. This way, come on. Orderly! Orderly! Take the flight sergeant to the washroom. Quickly, quickly!
When we get to the farm, Henri will hide you until he can make contact with one of the local guides. Now, if you have to stay at the farm, it won't be for long.
Hauptmann Müller, I need some information. Flight Sergeant Tucker referred in conversation to what might be a safe house. Yes, somewhere beginning Sen, something. And I think in the countryside, he also mentioned fresh farm produce. Yes, I want a list of villages and districts beginning Sen. Belgium or northern France, it could be either. No, it's very little to go on. I agree, but it's worth a try. Thank you.
Well?
Something you can do for us?
Oh, no. Not anymore, Vekor. I'm finished with that.
We're not finished with you, Benny. You can't leave the party. Not just like that, comrade.
Listen, Vekor, I joined when I was a student with ideals and left before I was 20. I've shed my illusions about you.
We've still got your party card, comrade. Here's a photo of it. How would you like us to send a copy to your friend Kessler? Try telling him you left years ago.
What do you want?
Much better. Max Brocard and all my réseau, everyone except me, were massacred 10 weeks ago on the French coast. I heard the police had something to do with it. I want to know who, why, and who grassed on us. And I want to know quick.
It's impossible. I'll hide him, but we can't get him to speak. Since the invasion, the Germans have been panicky, questioning people, arresting them at random. I don't know how you managed to get this far.
And where's that leave me, mate? What am I supposed to do?
You'll just have to wait here until the Allies arrive.
Oh, when's that going to be? A bit of Normandy, that's all we've got so far. We might even lose that.
You're alive and you're safe. Think yourself lucky. Thank you.
Be careful. The way things are, I don't know how you're going to get back to Brussels. You could stay here as well.
No, I must get back, thank you. Goodbye and good luck.
And you.
Reinhardt?
Yes?
Have you seen this order issued by Field Marshal Keitel? With immediate effect, all captured enemy personnel are to be handed over to the Gestapo.
Yes, I do have a copy here somewhere.
You do understand that evaders will no longer be held in question by the Luftwaffe?
The meaning of the order is perfectly clear.
Then you will kindly return Flight Sergeant Tucker. His interrogation was not completed to my satisfaction.
I should be glad to return Flight Sergeant Tucker.
My men are waiting to transfer him.
As I say, I should be glad to return him, if I could.
If you could. Major Reinhardt, if you attempt to defy orders...
He's no longer here. He's on his way to a prisoner of war camp. There.
You authorized this after Field Marshal Keitel's order was received.
I authorized it before receipt of the order was logged. Only then was it brought to my attention. By then it was too late. Tucker had gone.
If you think you can defy direct orders in this way, you are very much mistaken.
My dear Kessler, if you won't be happy till your men have beaten Tucker half to death, I can't stop you. He's on some train or he's being marched along some country road. I don't know. Go and find him if you must.
You seem bent on being obstructive and uncooperative. You'd be wise to change your attitude. Otherwise, the consequences could be very unpleasant, Herr Major.
And do you know something else? I don't care. I don't give a damn. You can do whatever the hell you like.
You were a printer in civilian life, I believe.
Yes.
Were you also a member of a trade union?
At one time, yes. Then our leaders decided it wasn't conducive to productivity. I imagine they were right, in the main.
Perhaps you were also a communist. Maybe you still are at heart.
An enemy of the Third Reich, is that it?
Will you put the idea into my head? Your manner, your attitude to authority?
How many campaigns have you taken part in? How much fighting have you done for Germany? Major Reinhardt.
Off! Everyone off the train! Off! Come, quickly! Come on. Right, everyone off! Off the train! Get everyone! Everybody off the train! Off the train! Everyone off the train! Come on! Everyone off! Off! Come on, quickly! Don't come out!
another train from Paris?
Maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe never. No one knows.
I have to get back to Brussels. Are there any trains leaving from anywhere else?
Don't ask me. How should I know? Ask the Germans. There'll be no more trains until further notice, and that's all I can tell you.
Albert, Natalie's back. How are you?
Tired. I'm all right.
What happened?
Train was bombed. Sharp was killed, and I had to leave the Australian with Gaz and Saint-Aubin. I couldn't go any further.
No messages came through at all.
I'm hardly surprised. It's impossible to make long-distance phone calls. All telephone lines are in use by the Germans. There are no civilian calls at all.
Here, drink this.
I don't think we can get any more men down to Spain. Traveling in France is impossible. There's confusion everywhere. Constant checks, orders and counter-orders, troop movements, columns of tanks.
With the invasion, it's only going to get more difficult.
Well, perhaps we could change the route next time. Go to Switzerland.
Albert, that would mean setting up a new chain of safe houses and recruiting helpers.
It would take too long.
And even then, it may not be any better. I was talking to a German officer on the way home, and he seemed to think that the Allies would soon invade the south of France as well.
Well, we just got to wait and see about that. Well, if it's all come to an end, we haven't done too badly. 700 men back on operations. Not too bad.
Airmen will go on being shot down. And if we can't get them down the line, what do we do with them?
Becker? Becker! How the hell are you? Becker!
I thought patience was the essential ingredient in a policeman. Well?
There was police involvement in a German ambush on your people. I think it came through DeLong, but I can't be sure. There was a tip-off.
Who?
Man called Albert Foray. Runs a black market restaurant.
Foray.
Seems he found out about Max. He was bound to sooner or later.
Albert Foray, the bastard. The lousy collaborating bastard. Right. We're going to have him, Inspector. And you are going to help us.
You didn't hear. I've done what you asked.
You didn't hear me, Comrade Copper. We're going to get Foray. And you are going to help me.